guys, welcome to another vlog. So this is my second vlog and my last vlog for the Eurovisionathon. For those of you that don't know, I have been doing the Eurovisionathon for the last month-ish. So this is actually a Eurovision Song Contest themed readathon that has been running from the 24th of April and will go until the 22nd of May. For all of the details, I will link you to Helen's announcement video, Helen from Helen's Bookhaven, who is the creator of the readathon. You should definitely check her out. She is a wonderful person and a great content creator and a fantastic readathon runner. Anyway, but yes, so I have been doing that readathon over this last month or so, and I have got a week left of the readathon. So I thought that I would jump on and do another vlog. As I said, it's Sunday, it's the 16th of May, and the readathon will finish in a week, just under a week. I feel like you are very weirdly angled, so let me just see if I can fix that. Okay, that's a little bit better. Don't know what's going on with this tripod. I think I lost something and some piece of it, so now it's always at a funny angle. Anyway, so as those of you who watched my last vlog, which I will link in the description below as well, you will know that my uncle passed away a couple of weeks ago, so that was my mum's younger brother. So my mum and my dad and I went up to Coffs Harbour, which is in northern New South Wales, which is where he lived and his family live, for the funeral. So we did that last weekend. So we flew up on Thursday and then we actually spent a few days in Coffs Harbour, and then we drove back down the New South Wales coast to Newcastle and then on to Sydney on the train, and then flew back to Tasmania. I didn't vlog whilst I was away. It just didn't feel like something I really wanted to do. It didn't feel appropriate. But I did film quite a bit of the scenery because we did do quite a bit of going around to his favourite parts of Coffs Harbour, but also we took our time coming back down the coast, so we did stop off and see a few things, and this was a way for my mum and myself and my dad, but particularly my mum, to kind of, you know, have a bit of time to process. So I'm going to include in this vlog different clips of that journey, but just the scenery side of things. So I won't be including the vlog, the us while we're away. But yeah, so you're going to be doing a little bit of jumping around in time, but you won't really know that really, except that I've told you because it's just film, it's just bits of beautiful coastline. So anyway, that is what's happening at the moment. So like I said, it's the last week of the Eurovisionathon, readathon, middle of May. So what am I reading? Well, at the moment, I am buddy reading The Miniaturist by Jessie Burton with some, actually it turns out, quite a few different people who are doing the Eurovisionathon readathon. Helen put on Twitter that she was going to read this as part of the Eurovisionathon readathon, and she and I planned to buddy read, and then she said, why don't I put it on Twitter to see if anyone else wants to buddy read with us, and I said yes, absolutely. So we started buddy read. There are 4 people doing that with us, no, 5 now, 5 including myself, doing the buddy read at the moment, which is really cool. So yeah, I am up to page 132. So far I'm enjoying it. It is literary historical fiction with a little bit of magical realism, I think, thrown in. It's feeling very kind of gothic, a lot of kind of creepy elements, a lot of what's going on sort of elements, but not in a thriller or mystery way. It feels very, yeah, kind of that domestic gothic feel to it. Yeah, I'm enjoying it. It's well written. It's Jessie Burton has a really interesting way of writing, so I'm definitely think that it's worth a read if you like that kind of literary historical gothic. It's a bit of a mashup. So it's about a woman who, well, young woman, she's about 18, who in the 1600s I think, who marries a older man who is has a great fortune. She goes to live with him in Amsterdam. and his sister and their household in Amsterdam. She doesn't really know where she fits in or what to make of what her situation is. She feels a bit lost, and then her partner, her husband, buys her this, well, this is it on the cover here, buys her this cabinet that is made up to be a miniature version of the house, and then she starts getting these figurines that reflect the house. And yeah, it's got a very creepy vibe, but it's very interesting so far. So definitely really enjoying that. Not 100% sure what I'm going to pick up next for the day. It's about 3:30 in the afternoon right now. For today, I do have some more of the miniatures to read, and I do have a little bit of other things I want to do in the house, so I'm not sure whether I'll end up starting another book today or not. I am also in the middle of reading Dark Emu by Bruce Pascoe, so I'm listening to that on audiobook. I mentioned this one before, but Dark Emu is what's called a true history, and it is looking at post-European settlement and colonialisation in Australia, and looking at how that was actually wildly different, I should say, from how it has been represented in the past, and the idea that the Aboriginal people of Australia were nomads, were hunter-gatherers, was used as a way to justify European taking over of the land, and it's deliberately been sort of kept that way for centuries. And so yeah, it's talking about the truth around Aboriginal use of the land and agriculture, and yeah, it's really, really interesting. I would definitely recommend. I think that it's a really important book to read. There is also a Young Dark Emu, which is more a picture book, which I talk about in my May Kids Book of the Month. So again, I will link that in the description below. So if you want to go have a look at that, that gives you an idea if you happen to have children or be an educator or anything like that, and you want to get your hands on that for young children. But I do think it's a really important book to read and to be aware of. Yeah, so I'm enjoying that one. So today, I will definitely read some more of The Miniaturist. I may listen to some more of Dark Emu. I'm not very good at audiobooks. I've mentioned this a number of times on this channel. I don't really know why, to be honest with you, but I'm just not very good at audiobooks. So I end up finding that I have to kind of really deliberately make time to do it. It seems like, and I could be completely wrong obviously, but it seems like a lot of other people, certainly on booktube, who do audiobooks, that's the easiest way for them to consume books, and so they listen to a lot of audiobooks. And I don't know what it is that I'm doing differently from what they're doing, but I find the opposite. I find that I have to kind of carve out time for audiobooks. So anyway, just a little thing I have noticed. So anyway, I'm going to go now. I do have something else I want to film right now, and then I'm going to read The Miniaturist, and then we'll see how the day goes from here. So anyway, I will jump in and catch up with you tomorrow and let you know what else I end up deciding to read. It is Wednesday. I did say last time that I was going to see you tomorrow, and 3 days have gone by. But anyway, I'm here, I'm still reading, and yeah, I just thought I would update you on my reading so far. Pretty sure that I was talking about reading The Miniaturist by Jessie Burton last time. So I'm now about 2/3 of the way through the book. I'm really enjoying it. I think I said last time that it's kind of creepy, which is really cool. I'm really enjoying that. So some of the group who had this on their TBR for the Netherlands are buddy reading this one, which is really fun, and yeah, I think everyone's really enjoying it. We're reading about 50 pages a day, so we'll definitely finish it by the end of the Eurovisionathon. So that's that one. Feel reasonably certain that I mentioned reading, what was I reading? Murder on the Orient Express by Agatha Christie, which I did finish, and I really enjoyed it. I really enjoy Agatha Christie. They're really easy to read. They're just a bit of fun. I mean, they're not like, they're well written, definitely. For me personally, they're not the most amazing books I've ever read, I should say, but I do enjoy them. They're a great deal of fun, and like I said, really easy to get through. Yes, that's been my week so far, but I am currently reading, or rereading I should say, Jurassic Park by Michael Crichton. This is not part of Eurovisionathon. I'm reading this because my Book Into Film Club is doing this as our current read/movie. Started reading this last night, and I have read 146 pages so far, which I think is actually pretty good going for me. It's quite a thick book. It's 450 pages, so it's not, you know, the thickest book ever, but it's quite a thick book, and it's quite dense with science jargon, but I'm really enjoying it. This is my second read, and I really enjoyed it the first time I read it. And my friend Michelle, who you guys have seen on my channel, put this forward as a suggestion for the Book Into Film Club, and I was like, yes, absolutely, this is an amazing book. I had to message everyone and say, I know what you're thinking, but trust me, it's a lot more nuanced and a lot more to it than the movie would have you believe. Not that there's anything wrong with the movie is great fun, but this is a lot more in-depth than you would expect, and so I'm loving it again so far. I have to read it by this Saturday coming. I am definitely anticipating finishing it by Saturday, but I'd like to finish it over the next couple of days because I do still have a couple of Eurovision reads I'd like to get to. I have actually DNF'd a couple of Eurovision reads, so as you guys would have seen in my previous vlog, I was reading The Unseen by Roy Jacobson, and it wasn't bad, but it was quite slow, and I just wasn't really in the mood for it. So I decided that I would read it slowly over time, but then we went away for funeral, and I didn't take it with me because I wanted to take some other books that I was enjoying more and would get through more quickly, and then I just didn't really feel like picking it back up again, so I've taken that back to the library. Obviously I'm not counting it toward Eurovisionathon because I didn't finish it. Yeah. And then the other one of those is The Name of the Rose by Umberto Eco. I really wanted to like that book. It sounds like it's really interesting, and I'm sure that once all of the setting up has been done, it will get really fast-paced and really exciting. But initially it just really dragged. There's a lot of description of various different parts of the church and the abbey and the religion, and there's nothing wrong with that, but again, it was just a bit too slow, and it really wasn't grabbing me. I don't anticipate finishing it by the end of the Eurovisionathon because that ends this weekend. Possibly we'll go back to it at some point. I have now actually bought it on my e-reader because it was I could find it cheap, so I thought, well, might as well. But yeah, not for me at the moment. And then the other book that I am still reading, but that I am probably going to put on pause now, is my Australian book, which is Dark Emu by Bruce Pascoe. The reason for that is because we've now found out that Australia didn't qualify, so I definitely want to read it, but I will probably put it on hold for a little while so that I can read books that will qualify. So I know that Sweden did qualify, so I do have my Swedish book. I actually had to change that because the book that I chose was too short. It was less than 150 pages long, but I did go to the library and get another Frederick Buckman. So the original book was The Deal of a Lifetime by Frederick Buckman. With my TBR game deciding my Eurovisionathon TBR, I got library book and I fulfilled it with a library book, which was that Frederick Buckman. So I've just swapped over and now I have got Brit Marie Was Here by Frederick Buckman, which is actually just here. So this one is 296 pages long, so it definitely fits the bill for that. So that just was a nice easy swap. Same country, same prompt for my game. Yeah. So I definitely want to try and read this before Saturday. And I also have my Grease, which was Daphnis and Chloe, and it's a really short book, so I actually now probably should check the length of it. Let me do that. It's 120 pages long, so it doesn't even fit anyway. So I'm going to focus on reading Jurassic Park and The Miniaturist and Brit Marie Was Here. And then I'll see. I also have Days in the Caucasus by Benin, which will be Azerbaijan, which did qualify also, so I might focus on that one instead of this one because this is too short. Good job, I checked these things before I went to the bother of reading them. Anyway guys, that was just a very quick update for you, and I'll try and jump in tomorrow and let you know how I'm going, or I will jump on Friday and let you know how I'm going. And yeah, talk to you soon. Bye. Hello again. It is Sunday the 23rd of May. Because I'm in Australia, we are 9 hours ahead, so I think that Eurovision has wrapped up about an hour ago or something like that. Well, it was happening overnight, so I'm pretty sure that the readathon finished 1 o'clock this morning or something like that. Anyway, I've yet to watch the actual Eurovision. I will at some point do so, watch the final, but I just wanted to close out the vlog because the readathon is finished. So Helen has done a huge amount of work for this, so thank you, Helen. It's been super fun. My reading kind of didn't really go according to plan, you know why, but also I reread Jurassic Park by Michael Crichton, which wasn't on my Eurovision. I couldn't make it fit there in any way, but I wanted to reread it because we were doing it for my book in film club. Book that I really enjoy. I borrowed it from the library again, but I think I may have to buy it. Anyway, yeah, so Helen has put together all the scores. We get scores according to which books from which countries and the country's scores in the end. So I got 958 points and I read 6 books, which I think is okay. I'm happy with 6 books for a month. That's usually my rough count, plus there was what I just said. Michelle Bainton read 39 books, which frankly is incredible. I don't know how you did it, Michelle. So I'm fairly low on the leaderboard, which is fine. I just wanted to have a good time and read and support my friend Helen because she's put in a lot of work. So that's what I've done. The 6 books that I read were The Miniaturist by Jessie Burton, Murder on the Orient Express by Agatha Christie, The Mysterious Affair at Styles by Agatha Christie, The Girl Who Speaks Bear by Sophie Anderson, The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by V.E. Schwab. There's one more. A Good Girl's Guide to Murder by Holly Jackson. So I had a really great time and I really enjoyed all of those books. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Please comment below and let me know if you went in the Eurovisionathon. How many books did you read? What countries did you represent? Did you enjoy yourself, etc.? If you didn't go in the Eurovisionathon, please comment below and let me know how your reading went over the last few weeks. I'd love to know that as well. Anyway, guys, like I said, thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video and I will see you next time.